Hey, it's Mandy here. I've seen some tutorials about the no-slow controller fix for the Xbox 360. For the most part, most of them have been pretty shitty video quality and Italian or some other shit that makes them very hard to see or understand. So I'm going to try and do this in the most practical, efficient, quick, smart, whatever way you want to call it. So to get started, basically what you got to do with the controller first is obviously open it up to fix the no slow problem. Alright, so I'm doing this here at my kitchen table because it's kind of the best workspace at the moment. So I already kind of got started here. First thing you obviously want to do is take apart the controller. So I already kind of got ahead on that and took out 6 of the screws. Now you could do this with a Torx 8 screwdriver. I think it's a size 8. Kind of denoted there, but like a size 8. Probably can't even make that out, whatever. So that's the kind of screwdriver you use. And what a lot of people don't know actually is that there's more to just the 6 screws that I took out. I've actually heard of some people actually, screwing up their controllers, simply trying to unscrew them and not realizing there's actually another screw behind the battery. Right where this little barcode sticker is, you actually have to take that off. Now, I replaced a case before, or a shell for the controller, and what I actually did was I poked a hole through. But I'm going to try something different, see if I get off a pair of tweezers. Very similar to what I used to do to my PlayStation to not void the warranty. Don't know if this is going to work. If it does, I'll post it in the video. If I don't, I'll edit it out, of course. Alright, well, I couldn't get it off with the tweezers, but as you can see, like I said, right in the middle of the barcode, pretty much there's a screw. Unscrewed it, take it out of there. Of course, now we can actually take the controller apart and kind of see where the big problem is. Alright, so hopefully I don't block off the camera a million times while I'm doing this, but very easy way to do this, just put your finger kind of in between the shell. Everything should just pull up. Now, when you do this, sometimes the ABXY buttons will fall right out, so I personally like to do it facing away from me. So we just pull it out, and as you can see, there's the rumble stick thingamajiggers, well, the rumble, force feedback, whatever, and the sticks over here. Now over here, this we could just leave alone. It's not really anything we need to work with here. Again, it's a lot easier if you just pull it off so it's facing down so all the buttons don't fall out. That happened to me before. It's kind of a pain to put them all in, make sure they're facing all the right way and in the right spot. So I did that. I'm probably going to clean out the shell a little. It's just some water and a cloth because all my sweating inside of it kind of freaks me out. But as I was trying to say before, the issue with the slowed movement of the sticks over here especially is that the shell over here, I'm going to try and show you without making everything fall out, right over here, it's a little too small and it kind of rubs up against that dome and it makes some directions slower than others. So the way I'm going to do this is with a Dremel tool, and if you don't know what that is, it's pretty much this drill thing. I don't know what to really say about it. It's kind of like a drill, but it's cute, kind of fat, and it does a great job of fixing Xbox controllers. And I have the box over here if you need to see what it looks like in the store. Very cool. And it actually includes the tool you're going to need for this, and I'm going to use this kind of little gray ball thing. Maybe it's brown, kind of colorblind. And it's used for grinding and sharpening. So there's 2 of them. There's also a little black one I'll probably use when I'm done for finishing it. But we started with that, and what I'm going to do is not for very long and probably not very extremely, just kind of make that hole a little bigger and make a little more room for the sticks. And hopefully that'll fix the problem. As for the cost of this thing, I think it's about $35. Maybe you could get it less. You could probably get it for 20 bucks on eBay or just get a similar tool. Also, I've seen people using sandpaper, scissors, a bunch of other crazy stuff. I think this is the most practical thing to use, and personally I use it on a lot of other stuff, so it's a pretty good buy. Not a big waste of money if you're only going to do just this. It makes a great stocking stuffer for some person. I don't know. As always, like I learned in woodshop, safety first, so I got my goggles on because I have had shit hit me in the eye while I'm sanding stuff, so gonna keep myself safe from that. Feel free to wear your own hater blockers or whatever. So here we go. We have the actual fix now. Dremel tool is plugged in, and the controller is laying here ready to be fixed. So on the tool, there's a bunch of speeds. I'm gonna start slow, probably a 4. That's probably good. 2 or 4. I would not go any faster than that, otherwise you're probably gonna have a weird misshapen oval in place of where you should have a circle. So it's gonna be pretty basic. Go into this hole, which is the one I'm having issues with, and we're just gonna make the top a little bit bigger so we have more room for the actual dome of the controller to move. So what you're going to do is, like I said, 2 or 4 setting. Take this tool very slightly, don't really apply any pressure. Just make a couple little circles like so. That should be all you need. Anything more, your controller's probably going to get a little wonky, so don't blame me if you're a bit of a trigger happy person, especially when it comes to a Dremel tool as opposed to, I don't know, a FAMAS and a M16 and MW2, which you'll own people with after being able to move your controller consistently. So I'm going to get to this, and you can see what I mean. I'm going to try my best to keep everything in view, but of course I am my own cameraman, so don't hate. So here we go. Again, doing on like a 2 or 4, very slightly. Alright, so let's take a look. You can see, well, I probably can't see, but there's little bits of plastic that have kind of come off. Probably end up losing some of these buttons showing you. But yeah, as you can see, it's a bit cleaner. It's a bit bigger, and there's a bit of little plastic scraps. And I'll show you the tool I'm going to use to kind of buff that out and make it look a bit cleaner. Alright, so I'm gonna again try and give you an idea of this, because now that I think about it, my other hole sticks a little, another point of view. Again, just gonna put it in the hole and just kind of let it go around the circle by itself. Again, not too fast, you don't want to mutilate your controller. You know, generally that should be all you need. I mean, after that, you could put the controller together, not all the way together. You don't have to go, you know, put all the screws and the buttons in, but just put the case over again, play around with the sticks, see how they feel. Personally, for me, my left stick sticks up. I don't know why it stays that way, so I'm going to be able to tell immediately if I fix it or not, and if I need to do more sanding before completely putting the controller together.